yourself.
Hi, I'm Sam Carey, a student at Wheaton North High School, and this is...
I'm Al Murphy. I'm your current Forest Preserve Commissioner for District 6. People have asked me what qualifies me to be a Forest Preserve Commissioner or represent the people of District 6. I have a strong history of representing people, meaning that I was an alderman for the city of West Chicago, and I've been your commissioner for District 6 for the Forest Preserve for the last 7.5 years. As my children were growing up, my two sons became interested in Boy Scouts, and they were Boy Scouts, and I spent a lot more time in the preserves than the average person. I've camped overnight in the preserves, spent a lot of time hiking in the preserve, biking in the preserve. As a young man in high school, we went on a canoe trip and put in at Geneva Road in Winfield and canoed all the way down to Plainfield. That trip was a memorial an experience that created a lot of great memories in my mind, and a lot of it was through forest preserves. I've seen nature, and I really love nature, and I've grown up working in the preserves, and I really enjoy representing the people of DuPage County. Being a representative of the forest preserves, meaning you have to learn to balance people's needs as well as the needs of the preserves and create a good environment for today's generations as well as tomorrow. I've already have grandchildren enjoying the preserves, and I want to see their children and their children. It's important to preserve the trees, the nature, the animals for future generations. What's the next question?
What policies, projects, or ideas will you implement should you be elected?
Well, currently, I succeeded in getting over $4 million in funding for a bridge to be built over the DuPage River and Roosevelt Road, which will connect the Prairie Path. So you'll be able to get on the Prairie Path and ride all the way from Will County in the south, which is south of Plainfield, all the way up to Cook County to the north, which is up by Streamwood. I've got another trail that we're in the process of building up in Bartlett, and there's another one over in Wheaton by the golf course down on Butterfield Road. I believe in opening up the preserves for people to use. But with that being said, also, I don't want to get the preserves overrun with trails. And if you can think of it, think of a beautiful pasture with trees in the background, a forest setting, beautiful area. We're in charge of preserving it. Forest Preserve has a rule, 90-10 rule. 90% preserve, 10% use. Now, if you think of some of those preserves, and all of a sudden you put 2 trails, 3 trails, well, wait a minute, you got so many trails, you're going to need parking for the cars, and then you have to have a restroom for users, and suddenly it's no longer the beautiful pasture. And that's where the 90-10 rule comes into play. We definitely need to preserve 90%, and one of the great things that people don't realize is what a filter the preserves are. And when I say that, think about carbon monoxide, carbon monoxide. The preserves have trees, bushes, grasses, all kinds of things that produce oxygen. They take carbon dioxide and monoxide and convert it back into usable oxygen. Think about your rivers. Where does the DuPage River run? Mainly through the forest preserve, but that's pure water. And the better we can clean up the water, the better that we have for drinking water for communities, rural residents, etc. And it's about maintaining things for the future. What's your next question?
How will you engage the community and get them excited about nature?
Well, by letting them get to use it. By camping, for example. We have Blackwell that's open camping for campers starting this month. And you can camp overnight in Blackwell, and if you want to stay for 2 nights, you have to get a special permit. But it's a great little mini vacation for a night or 2. Go out and camp and enjoy it. You can go on any bike trail, hiking trail, and enjoy it. There are other activities that you can do, like at Blackwell, or you can go to St. James Farm, horseback riding. You can go to Blackwell, rent a fishing boat, a little motorized boat, electric motor, and go fishing. During the winter, you can go ice fishing, sledding, tubing, You can go out and just watch birds. You can just go in and suck in the beautiful air and relax. Or you can climb up to Mount Hoy and see Chicago on a good day. And even on the 4th of July, you can go up there and watch fireworks. That's something you don't get to see from an elevated platform, and look around and see all the towns around you, fireworks. The Forest Preserve also has many challenges ahead. And when I say that, an example is my district has 3 landfills that have been converted into Forest Preserve. But under that landfill is a big mountain of garbage that is decomposing. It's creating leachate and methane gas, and we have to manage those. Because if we don't relieve, you think of it, each landfill has a 2-liter Coke bottle, and it's getting shaken every day, and that's the garbage decomposing in there. The more the pressure builds up, the more the stuff you're pushing off the landfill, the leachate and the methane gases into neighboring houses, neighboring communities, and we got to have a way to tap it and manage those.
Is there anything else you would like to cover that you didn't get the chance to say?
Yes, sir. There's plenty. There's too many things to list all in one little sitting. But my major things that I want to do for the future is trails, enhanced users, and also acquire more land. We're running out of land to acquire, and we need to get on it, get a bond referendum fund, put it up for a referendum whether you, the voters, want us to acquire more land. Because you got to realize, I'm your representative. I'm not here to represent the staff at the Forest Preserve. They'll tell you what the Forest Preserve needs. I'm the guy that acts as a buffer and oversees the running of the Forest Preserve. So if you, the voters, think we should acquire more land, I'll be on the front horse leading the charge to get more land. If you say, no more land, but let's do more trails, I'll be the guy leading the charge on the trails. I'm your representative, and I'm here for you.
Thank you so much for sitting down and answering these questions today.
Yeah, very good. It's been a pleasure. I'm glad you guys are doing this. It gives me a way to reach more people easily. Also, the young voters such as yourself, soon-to-be voters. Those are all great things. And one of the things about being so young is you don't realize how hard it is to make a buck, pay a buck, let alone put clothes on your back, and feed you, and then ship you off to college or wherever you're going to go and support you in the future. And your parents do deserve a lot of credit because, A, you look like real nice guys, and I'm sure you are. Well, maybe not you, you're a scoundrel. But wow. No, your parents have done a good job, but it also takes a lot of work. And you really don't realize how much work your parents put in until you reach an older age. And thank you for your time.